Hey everyone again. Excuse my hair. Literally I can't be bothered. I don't care. So I've got a big top on because I'm feeling really self-conscious right now. But I thought, oh, I'm home. Okay. I thought I would discuss or tell you about the process of being on Section 2 in the UK. I don't know how long this is going to be, or if it's going to be in two parts, because this is my dog coming. Because I don't know how to edit videos. Hi, baby! And stuff still. Right, so I explained in one of my previous videos. Okay, so I went to see. Okay, so my CPN was on the sick, and I had another woman. I'm not going to mention names and places and things. And she told me her anorexia story and all this kind of jazz, and I'm like, well, you guys aren't blind, you can see. Clearly, I ain't skinny. Oh, by the way, trigger warning. This could be triggering to people with eating disorders, mental health, self-harm, suicidal ideation, all that kind of stuff. So if you are triggered, please don't watch, because I'm going to talk some shit. Okay. Sorry, my dog's panting. It's really hot outside today. And yeah, I've took it off, but I still have my dressing gown on, but I took it off for the video. Anyway, so yeah. So on the Thursday, I had a phone call about my psychiatry appointment on the Friday, changing the time. And whenever this happens, I know something's going down, because this last time this happened, I went voluntary to a psychiatric ward. But anyway, I was like, right, fair enough, I'll come in. So I turned up to my appointment, and the psychiatrist, bear in mind I've never met him before, sat with his watch and went, mind, I don't have a lot of time, so, you know, chat. So I thought, well, screw you, I'm not going to talk to you very much, like, you haven't got time for me, so why should I have time for you? Whatever. He was asking questions and things, and my weight has gone up, and I know this because I do weigh myself daily, not healthy, whatever, but yeah, so I know my weight has gone up. And they were like freaking out, saying my weight had gone down. And I was like, no, it hasn't. It's gone up. Anyway, but I don't know whether that was my mind playing tricks or if that's real, or I don't know. Anyway, so this was about 10:40. I got in to see him, and he was kept checking his watch all the time. You know, I haven't got much time. I've got things to do. This was his attitude, and I was like, screw you then. And he was asking how I felt, and obviously I do feel big, and I do want my weight off. Like, I want X amount of pounds off from where I am. Technically I'm not a healthy BMI right now. I mean, I was, but I've lost weight since I've left hospital, but whatever. Yeah, so he was chatting, and then my support worker, whatever, was next to me, and she was telling things as well, and how she thinks I've gone downhill and stuff. So I goes out the room, and I'm waiting in the reception area for about 45 minutes-ish. It's a long time. Bear in mind, this man had no time to speak to me. So I'm in there waiting. I got called back to the room, and he said, we're going to come to your house this afternoon and do the mental health act assessment on you. I was like, okay, well, firstly, why? And secondly, there was a point, nothing's going to happen. So I kind of I was like kind of defeatist. I was like, right, whatever, like, I don't really care. You see, either stay here and wait, or you can go home. I said, well, I'm going home. So I went home. My dad rang, and I don't know whether they spoke to him or not, but my dad rang, and he was asking questions about like the dogs and things, and sorry, what I wanted and stuff and whatever. So yeah, so I don't know if he knew. And then around about, so I got out from the psychiatry appointment nearly 1 o'clock. It was a long time. Bear in mind, I didn't have much time to speak, but whatever. So I got out and I went home, and I was really anxious because I knew that these doctors were coming to my house and they were going to be assessing me under the mental health act. So that's my, it's in the way of saying, my hoodie. So about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 3 doctors turned up to my house. There was a GP who I've met once, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, an approved mental health worker, and a social worker. And I've never met them either, ever. And they were talking away, and I don't agree with doing bloods weekly and ECG weekly and weight weekly. I feel like it's a complete waste of time. I do. My bloods, sometimes my liver enzymes have been a bit off, but other than that, it's always been fine. So I don't see why I should do it. Like, it's a waste of time. Yeah? Still my attitude now. I'll get back to that one. But yeah, so they were asking, and then they were asking questions about what I want my weight to be. Do I think it's too high? Do I believe I have anorexia? And all this jazz. And then I saw the approved mental health practitioner, turn to the GP and shake her head, and I thought, this is it, I'm done. So she went out the room with the GP, and I was left with the social worker. So she was talking away, and my dogs were in the other room because they were just barking and things. She came back in and said, right, we're going to put you on a section 2. We're going to take you to the hospital today, like in the next hour, and that's it. I was surprised, really, because I didn't really think I was that sick. Yeah, so there was a whole hoo-ha because this was like 4:30. My dog was at the vet's at 4:40. I drive, my dad doesn't. My dad wasn't home. They rang, my aunt has died. My aunt died on the 6th of March. Yeah, this is the 27th of April, so it's not long after. They rang my dad, and basically what they said was, we're taking Rachel to hospital. Didn't explain what had happened. He thought I'd done something bad had happened, and he freaked out. So anyway, I had to take my dog to the vet. So one of them came with me to the vets. The other one followed in her car. Really big overkill, but they couldn't leave me on my own. So gets home. My dad kicks off at them, basically saying that, I don't need to be there, and he's not speaking to them. So he went into the living room and wouldn't talk to them. And that was that. And I'm an angry crier. Like, I get cross, I get pissed, and I cry. But it's because I'm really angry and I want to punch someone or something. So yeah. So around about 6 o'clock, an ambulance came. I live in like a cul-de-sac, and there's houses, and everyone saw me. Sorry, I feel a bit sick. In this ambulance. So I got in the ambulance with a massive suitcase because I didn't know what to take. A suitcase, a bag of toiletries, and a bag with shoes in. Gets in the ambulance. The ambulance driver was so nice. It was a local-ish, about 6 miles away hospital. So they drive to the hospital, and I got there, and you go into a little room. They're quite welcoming, and they take all your belongings off you, and I really need to do something with this hair. I really don't care. I can't be bothered. Yeah, they took me into this little room. It was a family room or something, and your bags, and then they go through all your things. So they went through all my things, and they took off, they let me keep my Fitbit, which I thought was a bit strange because I was in there for anorexia and excessive. I mean, at the time I was doing 40,000 steps a day, around about 20 miles, and I wasn't really eating very much. Or what I was eating, I was purging and all kinds of stuff. So they gave me my Fitbit back. They took away my nail varnish remover, a craft knife, which I honestly didn't actually realise it was in my bag. I didn't realise that was in there, and a razor and a blanket. They took my blanket away from me. So they did that, and then they took me to the ward, showed me around, showed me my room. There's other videos on my channel, shows you around my room and stuff. So that was that, and then I kind of went to my room and unpacked, and they let me keep the rope, the string on a dressing gown where you tie it. They let me keep that, which I thought, you're taking nail varnish remover off me, which I won't drink, but I can keep a rope. Doesn't really make sense, but whatever. So it gets to my room, and it's all right. I mean, there's people shouting, and there's all sorts of people with diagnoses, and I mean, I think I was the only one there with eating disorder. It was just a general psych ward. So yeah, and then when I was there, I was placed on 15-minute obs, which means every 15 minutes someone either comes up to me and asks me, hello, are you alright? Or if I'm in my room, they'd open the door to check that you're there and alive and stuff. Or they'd like a little window, and like they'd open the blind and be like, you okay? Or they'll just like shine light and see if you're there. It was a locked ward. There was 2 mini gardens, which you could go out in through the day as much as you wanted to. I wasn't allowed any leave, escorted, nothing. I had to stay on the ward, and that was that. So day 2, I got transferred to every half-hour obs, which was better. I met a few of the patients, and you know, everyone had different diagnoses and things, but they were all good people. Like, it wasn't scary. Like, I wasn't scared at all. It was just, I was pissed. I was just annoyed that I was there. So there was another girl there who, when I saw her, I thought she had anorexia because she's really skinny. I don't know what was wrong or whatever, but she wouldn't eat very much. The Saturday when I was there, I did the garden, the biggest garden. It took 60 steps to walk around the whole thing. And my time on the Saturday, I managed to get to 33,500 steps. That's how much I walked around the garden on the Saturday. And I didn't eat at all. Yeah, the Saturday was a bad day. I thought, right, you're going to put me in here, I'm going to do what I want. So, that was Saturday. Then this Sunday, I thought, right, I'm going to try and eat. So I had half of like Weetabix with a little bit of milk and stuff. And then I had, what did I have? I had an egg sandwichy thing. But, now I'm aware this is a general psych ward. This isn't an eating disorder ward. However, I was put on there because of anorexia, which, can I just say right now, I don't agree I have. I might have said in a previous video I accept it. I don't accept it. At all. Not at all. 100% don't agree. But whatever. I had to agree to let me out. I'll get back to that. Yeah, so an egg sandwich thing, which I was allowed to take to my room. In my room, I had my own bathroom. So technically, I could have either thrown it down the toilet or eaten it and thrown it up. Nothing was monitored. Oh, by the way, if my nails are dirty, I've been gardening. I can't garden. I'm shit at gardening. But yeah, so that was weird. Anyway, I ate that. The Monday, I ate my breakfast. I didn't. I had my Weetabix and they were watching me. I mushed it round, and then across, like, you had the dining room, which was the tables, and then like the hatch was like in front, and then to the right was like beverage bay, like a sink and things. They watched me play with my food, and then I just rinsed it down the sink. And they were like, oh, well done, you ate your breakfast. I was like, yeah, I did, really good. So that was that. I did the same on the Tuesday. And then I had an appointment with an SHO, which is kind of like a trainee psychiatrist. I'm not gonna lie, I bullshitted her. I said that, yeah, I agree, you know, if everyone's saying I've got anorexia, I do, and I've been eating, and I feel much better, blah, blah, blah. Because I did not, and I do not want to be back there. I don't feel suicidal. I don't want to self-harm. None of this. All a bunch of bullshit. Which they believed. And I'm so happy they believed, because I'm home. Yeah. So that is it for this part of the video. The next part I'm going to discuss some drama that happened on the road, which was bad, really bad. Well, I thought was bad at the time, and also how I got discharged.